check please.
Offended.
Where did she go? You didn't see her?
We're going to start off the night with Joel. He's a local artist here from Phoenix. He has a poem to read to you guys. He also does artwork, so go on the Raw Artist/Phoenix. And we're on Facebook too. Check him out. He's on there. He has some of his artwork. It's pretty cool. I checked it out earlier today. I liked it. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to him. Let's give it up for Joel, everyone.
Goddamn Cal.
Hello. Well, first of all, how goes it?
Well,
I'm alright.
I hope you're all alive. If not,
Need a beer.
you'll wake up. Preface to the poem. This is kind of what I call a franking poem. It's something I wrote a long time ago, but was very short. And I want you to get your $10 for it, so I'm gonna make it a nice long poem. I wanted to, because I invited folks that I know and some people I haven't seen for a long time, I wanted to make an homage to, what influenced me, what twisted tales, sort of developed my poetic method. And I also wanted, I figured the best way to do it is to do what all the hip-hoppers do, is take a sample. So it's a little sample of Howl as far as form. It's not titled yet, but dig it anyways. There is no unconscious, you double negatives, only levels of awarenesses. I'm waking life, Luke Greenwalker 2012, various cells dull in planets with rings. Pinky finger being raised up, Los Angeles Barrio Apostle to weirdos. Come all ye faithless freaks and let me teach you to tune your intuition. Calling all neurotic, high-strung artists to play exalted blues with God. Everything is possible. Quantum hiccups make believe the incredible, expect the improbable, be mythological. I am a wizard knower, night script reader, scribe of spiral time, graffitiist of the sky, spatial anarchist, yaki lot, dreaded Christian mystic, scientist of beatitudes, physicist of the parable, mustard seed believing, mountain moving, hip hop kabbalist, struggling poet, brother, son, husband, and father. And I'm traveling further than Kesey's Moriarty piloted space bus sitting cross-legged reading Nietzsche. Nina Simone singing knows how I feel. Warhol's banana peel knows what I see. Dreaming the world awake in the wake of a boat. And fishing men and women who've been waiting an eternity. And we're the ones we've been waiting for. And we're waiting for change like a vagrant in the freeway shade, holding a sign written on the back of an Obama campaign poster. Waiting for a miracle like a praying mother, or Mumia, or Peltier, or Bradley Manning. Waiting like impatient mental patients, like indignant students, or a revolution. But the wait's over. We arrived as artists starving for space to create, so we set up pop-up galleries in alleys, giving workshops out of cardboard boxes to anyone who'd listen. Who showed up drunk and nervous to poetry readings and vomited amongst the graffiti throw-ups in bathroom stalls, but still read with such intensity that the crowd was inebriated. We arrived in art houses unrefined, drinking wine from the bottle and stuffing cheese and crackers in pockets, who stole artwork and planted our own decrepit depictions of colorful horror, who always arrived late as if his clock was stuck in a time when money didn't matter and the only currency was love. We arrived in white t-shirts and Levi's like a cult of illuminated drunkards, contemplating the philosophy of the endless party, who burned all night marijuana and tobacco and stolen flags to keep warm from the cold future of jobs, who packed into trucks named Betsy, searching the avenues for hedonism and brew and drew inspirations from terrible hallucinations of adulthood, whose perspiration was toxic with drugs and fun and fuck, who stayed up spun in conversations with the rising sun in dark West Phoenix apartments and walked the streets in the early morning advocating the infinite onward, who drove South Mountain 80 miles an hour downhill for thrills, feet out windows so we can feel the terror of death on our toes and soles, red-eyed insomniacs looking for cracks in reality, and we found them, who were kicked out of mom's house and floated to Flophouse, then couch, and found God on a park bench, then proceeded to minister the pigeons and trees and streets. We arrived unkempt, hair in knots, reeking of reefer, sitting at bus stops, beatboxing the soundtracks of the concrete, trying to communicate our prayers in hip-hop, who walked in London November and saw their first glimpse of autumn, who spoke Spanish with an accent while dancing with Madrid's Carmens, who froze like cacti in German winters and shook their fist at Columbus on the Barcelona pier. We arrived scruffy-headed and unshaven, holding 40s and cigarillos, looking for sweet fillings and feelings, who looked for jobs and found them oppressive institutions enslaving the soul, revolting against occupations, derelicts who made a career of intifadas against the culture of money, who b-boyed till they were broke and broken, battle scars on shoulders, dancing as if it were just him and the music, who scratched on vinyl, trying to find the language of the groove, and did, communicating with aliens in space and heaven, who were secret heroes of the night, putting makeup on the city and coming home stinking of aerosol, paint chips under fingernails, and slept as obscure an artist as when they woke up and were happy about it, who protested high school, matriculated to protest universities, dropped out for crazy, and ended up down and out on couches reading Chomsky, leaning out of guest houses and lecturing whoever passed by. Yeah! We arrived in churches with libraries from Nag Hammadi and were accused of blasphemy, and we split logs and searched under rocks for God and found her permeating everything, questioning us as to why we could not remember we are just sum of parts, who cut off her hair, dyed it purple in an act of radicalism, and almost burned all her art looking for the fire of inspiration, who left home hardly 20 and alone to sail relationships and map a marriage, and now we navigate the stars, whose calloused hands should have done art, are a sacred map, and scarred from Juarez to LA to Phoenix, that brilliant retired cholo who danced at dawn to work under the sun, who grew up princess of Dirt Town, and laughter could wake the dead and make them laugh along with her. Baja California, displaced Reagan America, ambitious feminine feminists. Together they arrived in Los Angeles, young, married, pregnant, with nothing more to their name but love, demanding the dream they'd been sold and received it. Who dreamed delusions of grandeur that came true and then OD'd on more dreams but lived to dream again. Who deferred dreams till after college, then till after 30, and then they project dreams on their children. Who have wet dreams of a life on a beach, would wake up every morning to concrete and alarm clocks. Whose waking lives are nightmares of wage slavedom. Who dream of being dancers but drag themselves out of bed to work stiff. who hadn't dreamt in decades and were startled at 45 with dreams of being an artist, who, while dreaming awake, found a relationship, so he rowed the boat happily, merrily, married, realizing life is but a dream, and we're in the wake of the boat, and we are the ones we've been waiting for. So,
I said what? Yeah, it was hot as hell.